So, good evening, gentlemen, and welcome to Table 6 here in Penventon Hotel in Redruth, Cornwall. We're here to discuss a topic. We don't know what it is yet. It'll be near to all our hearts, I'm sure. And I'd like to ask you, Ewan, to unveil this evening's topic for discussion.
Tonight, the topic is the impact of Brexit on Cornwall.
Wow, okay. That should keep us going for a bit then, shouldn't it? Yes, yeah. Brexit, well, it was incredible, wasn't it? It was a surprise when it happened. That morning in the Chamber of Commerce office of June the 24th was people going, I don't believe it, what are we going to do now? And it appears that the government similarly had no plan for, for what was going to happen. So it's been a funny few months, hasn't it? Ewan, what sort of impact has it had so far on Bishop Fleming?
Well, I was at that meeting. I remember driving there in a daze. I couldn't quite believe it myself, but you know, we are where we are, and I wish I had a pound for every time I've said that in the last 6 months. 6 months on, what's been the impact? I don't know, very little has changed.
Very little, that's funny, isn't
Nothing
it?
has actually happened yet. A lot of talk, a lot of debate, as we are tonight, but nobody really knows.
No, it's funny, somebody said to me the other day, we're like that Wile E. Coyote in the cartoon who has gone off the edge of the cliff but doesn't realise that there's nothing below him yet. But the longer it goes on from June the 23rd, it seems, I don't know what you're feeling, Mark, it just sort of seems, well, the sun comes out, people get up and go to work and that sort of thing. And
yeah, it does feel very strange, doesn't it? Because it's business as normal in many respects, but there's an overhang of great uncertainty, I think, about what could be round the corner in every respect. I mean, some of the political things we've seen happen since as well. Yeah, so I think the thing to me is just the uncertainty.
Yeah, and Rajesh, has that uncertainty had an impact on your business as such, or is it just a sort of feeling underlying?
That's a good question. I think where like yourselves, you were when on the day it happened, we actually had the Bank of England meeting in the morning, right. And everyone walked out of here going, what? Totally stunned. What now? The world's at an end. Yeah. I think the markets took it that way as well, as you remember. What we found so far is exactly as you described. The coyote, is off the edge, standing there, doesn't know if he's going to fall or what, and all of that. Personally, my opinion on it is that nothing will be impacted until we get to that point of, first of all, getting Article 50 sanctioned and put through. Yeah. And then the impacts will come through. In terms of our business, this summer's been an amazing summer, but it's been a perfect storm in the sense that there were obviously lots of issues all over tourist areas such as Europe and other places because of all the different terrorist attacks, and the pound fell dramatically because of Brexit, the vote, and so a lot of people did a lot of staycations, and so we had a situation where we managed to profit from it, and Cornwall has become one of the best venues in the UK.
Good evening, gentlemen. Tonight we have got a curio rock samphire cured gin on some Gravlax style salmon, okay, with a light lemon whipped cream and some wood sorrel, which slight hint of lemon there as well. Okay. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
John, sorry to interrupt. Let me just introduce you to the wine in order to go with your gin cured salmon. So I went for a classic Italian wine, which is called Gavi, so Gavi di Gavi, which is a DOCG from Italy, from the notorious area of Piemonte. So the guava variety is going to be an Italian guava variety, which makes it even more interesting. That's going to be a dry white wine. We need quite a lot of acidity within the wine in order to match the Gravlax really, because of the oiliness of the dish. You need to find a right amount of acidity within the wine, and it's extremely complex, and it just shows you how complex Cortese guava variety can be. So, if you'd like to try it.
Wow, lovely. Just right, thank you. Yeah.
The three things that we'll hear more of is going to be national interest, and we have got lots of things that are happening in Cornwall that are game changers and of national importance, so space, maritime, lots of areas around renewables, so they'll be looking for national interest, they're looking for value for money, and that will be a difficult area. because of our population. The other thing about value for down here, particularly in terms of value for money, is going to be the nature of our private businesses. So how much match funding or support can those private businesses put together? And the other element may be in future, we don't know the political element of how far down the devolution line will go. And as yet, we don't know what those things mean. So on the positive side, you have prime ministerial visits, which have been very supportive. You have lots said in by ministers and MPs about the particular needs of Cornwall, which are extremely real. And on the other side, you've got the uncertainty of actually what do these caveats mean, and we've yet to see them work through in practice.
Yeah. Because as you say, just the number of people impacted, we're never going to equal more populated parts of the UK, are we? With 500,000 people we've got here, we're never going to create the number of jobs from aerospace and e-health and agritech being the smart specialisations. If it's jobs they're after, we aren't going to compete. If it's ongoing prosperity and how it can absolutely make a sea change to an area, then I think we'd be top of the list, because we still got that European money because we were the poorest part of certainly England. And if the government, our own government, can realise that they need to bring us up. Otherwise, in my opinion, they're running a two-speed Britain. They're not giving us a chance to compete on an equal footing.
Hello again. So I've chosen a beautiful red-legged partridge. We've served it very simply with some homemade pancetta, so I've got that lovely smoky flavour there as well, quite salty to go with it. Dauphinoise potatoes, some beautiful tender Brussels tops, not the Brussels sprout but the top, so it's nice and beautiful and tender, and a red wine reduction. This is simply basted with lots of butter, so it's nice and healthy.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, good.
Thanks for that.
Enjoy.
Looks beautiful too.
Good.
Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt, Jones. So we're going to travel a little bit concerning the red wine. We're going to leave Italy, we're going to leave Europe, we're going to go all the way to California. Ooh. So California, a very well-known wine area for quality wine indeed. We're going to go for Zinfandel, well-known under a different name in Italy, which is called Primitivo. So with your partridge, I needed quite a lot of body to it. However, I still wanted something quite soft and very elegant, and followed by some smooth tannin. And I think Zinfandel is a wine which is extremely juicy, extremely complicated. I mean, not complicated, but full of different character. It's going to work extremely well with your main course. So if you'd like to try it.
Sounds delicious. Now, I wouldn't normally pick California one. If I was going New World, I'd go for a Malbec from Argentina or something like that. But so I wouldn't. So this would be a different experience for me.
It's quite apt. It's a non-European wine as well.
Yeah.
Talking about coming out of
Smells
Europe.
delicious.
Yeah, it
Smells exactly
We're out of Europe.
complex set of flavours and
Exactly,
delicious.
next to our closest friends.
Interesting, yeah.
And for a Frenchman to talk nicely about an American wine, it has to be good.
Yes.
So.
Thank you. Brilliant. Again, just a little bit for me. Thank you.
Very interesting. So Mark, you probably know better than any of us from a LEP perspective. You must sort of get a bit of the sort of political inside track. Is our government backsliding on invoking Article 50? Do you feel?
It's a big question. That's a big question. I don't think they're ready to quite press the button, so I don't know how that means backsliding. I think there's a huge amount of work, and certainly we were talking to civil servants from DCLG or BAYS. They talk amount of years of work they've done in weeks and months. So there's an awful lot of work. I think one thing that has come out of it, it has forced the government and people in Cornwall, to be fair, to look at, what is it we're truly good at? Where is it on the world stage that we can compete? So there's a lot of talk about industrial strategy, what it might mean in Cornwall, what it might mean regionally, and I think the whole thing has got people to look a little bit over the horizon and take a perspective maybe they wouldn't have done a year or so ago. So I don't know what will happen over the next few months, but I think the industrial strategy work is an opportunity for Cornwall to state what we're good at and can be good at and genuinely lead at. And certainly the Science Innovation Audit, where Cornwall and the southwest of England led, is showing some really things we didn't particularly know. The size of our the size of our digital businesses, our silicon-based businesses, our aerospace, space potential is quite huge, and I don't think we'd have quite looked at it in the same way pre-Brexit.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that pans out.
Right, gentlemen, for your dessert, I've chosen a very slimming dark chocolate fondant. Okay, it comes with homemade dark chocolate sorbet, just to finish you off a little bit, and we've got some lovely parking crumb. So enjoy. Thank you. Good.
So huge amount of passion and enthusiasm. So just to close, round the table, one thing which needs to be done to enable Cornwall to really use its potential.
For me, it's people, but you've got to give people places to live. You've got to give people something to aspire to. You know, an Englishman's home's his castle, and I think we've got to put much more focus onto building more homes, affordable homes, that will not just attract people to the county, but retain them and feel that they've got a long-term career here, because that's what the businesses need in order to grow. So it's got to start with the people, but it's also got to start with
some innovative model of building affordable housing.
That would be a great start point for me.
Mark?
I would build on that, and I think that's where this working together across all the public-private sectors to join all those things together. So we've got one consistent message to government, to private investors, to the international community about what it's about, but equally internally we're aligning all our local plans, our health and well-being plans, our economic plan, work and local partnership, and speaking as one voice whenever we can will be really, really important.
Fantastic.
Rajesh?
I think the key word is collaboration, and not competing against each other, but collaboration, using the advantages we already have of innovative people thinking innovatively, led by people like the Chamber of Commerce and the LEPs, etc., as well as individual private partnerships, etc. So I think, collaboration, working together, not just navel gazing or inwardly looking, but looking further away from there too.
Fantastic. I think there are so many opportunities for us. It's going to be really exciting. So, Ewan McClymont, Grant Services Directorate, Bishop Fleming.
Cheers.
Mark Dudridge, Chair of the Local Enterprise Partnership. Rajesh, General Manager of the Penventon Hotel. What a wonderful evening. Thank you for the delicious food and the wine and the food, both presented by your staff here immaculately, and tastes obviously wonderful. So a pleasure to be here. And thank you all for taking part in the inaugural Table 6 event for Pirate FM. It's been a pleasure, hasn't it?
It's been a blast.
It's been great fun.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.